Good evening, everyone, and welcome to your Tuesday night pub quizzle with me, Ali B. It's actually my 21st tonight. We have come of age at the pub quizzle, and being environmentally aware, I have adapted the balloons to reuse them this week. So there we go, always conscious of the environment. Also, you may have noticed that we've kept the music from last week, put it out to the people on Instagram. That was the preference, so that's what we're now going with. We will see as the year continues whether there's any other interesting music that we start the pub quizzle with. But welcome back, everyone. It's a beautiful evening tonight, so thank you for coming to the pub quizzle. We will have a look at what our rounds are this evening. As always, 6 rounds of 15 questions, and tonight, I'm afraid, unlike last week, we're back to just one joker. So let's have a look at what your rounds are tonight. All right, so round number 1 is going to be art and literature. Round number 2 is going to be musical title synonyms. So back to those synonyms that we've had over previous weeks. This is going to be stage musicals and synonyms of their titles, so you just have to guess the correct title. Round 3, our audio round, is going to be famous film lines, so you'll hear a line from a film and have to identify the title of the film. Then we'll have a break as usual, just 5 minutes to check your answers and top up your drinks. When we come back, round 4 will be potluck as always. Round 5 is going to be TV quiz shows. So lots of questions about TV quiz shows, and funnily enough, some of you may have seen that my pointless episode was repeated today. That wasn't on purpose. I didn't know that was going to happen, but all the stars align at the pub quizzle. And finally, round 6, our picture round. We will have famous landmarks. So you'll see pictures of 15 famous landmarks, and you have to identify the city that those landmarks can be found in. So not the name of the landmark itself, but the city in which they are found. Okay, so as always, have a think about where you might want to play your joker tonight to double your points on that particular round. Good strategic play of the joker can mean a vast jump in score at the end of the night. Okay, so if you are ready, we will get going with round number 1, which is art and literature. So if you would like to play your joker here, please do declare it to those with whom you are playing. Write it down on your piece of paper, and let's get cracking with the pub quizzle tonight. So round number 1, question 1 is: a bibliophile is a collector and lover of what? A bibliophile is a collector and lover of what? Question number 2. Which famous painting by Van Gogh is also a species of perennial plants that can grow to 300 centimetres in height? Which famous painting by Van Gogh is also a species of perennial plants that can grow to 300 centimetres in height? Question number 3. Which Agatha Christie detective is from Belgium? Which Agatha Christie detective is from Belgium? Question number 4. How many lines usually make up a limerick? How many lines usually make up a limerick? Question number 5. Which piece of household furniture formed part of a famous work by Tracey Emin? Which piece of household furniture formed part of a famous work by Tracey Emin? Number 6, in Roald Dahl's book The Witches, what colour is the witch's spit? In Roald Dahl's book The Witches, what colour is the witch's spit? Question number 7. Who wrote Dracula? Who wrote Dracula? Again, I had no idea, but if you did see my pointless episode this afternoon, that was one of the clues and questions on there, on the episode. There we go. That's weird. Number 8. In the nursery rhyme Oranges and Lemons, the bells of which church said, "You owe me 5 farthings"? In the nursery rhyme Oranges and Lemons, the bells of which church said, "You owe me 5 farthings"? Question number 9. Where was Frida Kahlo born? And I want the country, please. Where was Frida Kahlo born? And question number 10. Napoleon and Snowball appear in which 1945 novel by George Orwell? Napoleon and Snowball appear in which 1945 novel by George Orwell? Okay, moving on to question number 11. Rene Magritte's The Son of Man depicts a man in a suit and bowler hat. Which fruit is covering his face? Rene Magritte's The Son of Man depicts a man in a suit and a bowler hat. Which fruit is covering his face? Question number 12. In the poem Monday's Child, what is Wednesday's child full of? In the poem Monday's Child, what is Wednesday's child full of? No rude answers here, please. Question number 13. What type of earring was the girl wearing in the 17th century painting by Johannes Vermeer? What type of earring was the girl wearing in the 17th century painting by Johannes Vermeer? Question number 14. Vatsyayana completed which erotic piece of work in 400 AD? Vatsyayana completed which erotic piece of work in 400 AD? And finally, question number 15 in your art and literature round tonight is: a bronze bust of a Portuguese footballer was mocked online after its reveal in 2017. Who was the statue meant to resemble? A bronze bust of a Portuguese footballer was mocked online after its reveal in 2017. Who was the statue meant to resemble? Okay, and that brings us to the end of round number 1 tonight. Art and literature is complete, so we move on to musical title synonyms. So stage musicals, famous stage musicals, and I have created synonyms for their titles. So all you have to do is identify the real title of the musical. As many of you will have seen in previous weeks, films, book titles and songs done in a similar way. So if you would like to play your joker on this round, please do so, declare it now, and we will get cracking with our first musical title synonym, which is The Ghost of the Theatre. The Ghost of the Theatre. What is the real musical title from that clue? Question number 2. Men and ladies. Men and ladies. No additional clues on this round, just the synonym of the musical title for you to work from and get the correct answer. So question number 3, evil, evil. Question number 4, humming in the precipitation, humming in the precipitation. Question number 5, the feline emperor, the feline emperor. Question number 6, the gloomy ones, the gloomy ones. Question number 7, acquire Q, acquire Q. Question number 8, Western state, Western state. Question number 9, payment for housing, payment for housing. Question number 10, boulevard, 17th letter of the alphabet, boulevard, 17th letter of the alphabet. Question number 11, my mommy, my mommy. Question number 12, city in Illinois, city in Illinois. Question number 13, the Australian enchanter, the Australian enchanter. Question number 14, sadness kinsman, sadness kinsman. And finally, question number 15, your final musical title synonym tonight is rendezvous in a Missouri city, rendezvous in a Missouri city. What is the real stage musical title there? I'll just leave them up there for a little longer in case you want to note any down to keep thinking about. And that brings us to the end of our second round tonight. Okay, so now we move on to our audio round, as always, round number 3. So tonight it's going to be famous film lines. So I will play you 15 film lines and you have to identify the title of the film that they come from. Now, they're pretty short clips, all of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play from 1 to 15, but I'll play each clip twice and then we'll go back to the top and hear them all once through again. Feeling very generous at the 21st Pub Quizzle, so I'll play them 3 times for you. Okay, so if we are all ready, turn your volumes up and get ready for film line number 1. Which film is this line from?
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
And as promised, let's play that again.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Okay, which film was that from? Question number 2.
Hakuna Matata. It means no worries.
And once more.
Hakuna Matata. It means no worries.
All right, which film was that from? Moving on now to question number 3. How about this?
Almost as stupid as a stupid does.
Okay, let's hear that again.
Almost as stupid as a stupid does.
Any ideas of that film? Moving on now to question number 4. Let's hear this one.
Play it, Sam. Play as time goes by.
Okay, let's hear that again. It's a bit quiet at the beginning, so listen carefully.
Play it, Sam. Play as time goes by.
Okay, and what was that from? Number 5. How about this one?
Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me.
And second time.
Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me.
Moving on to number 6. Which film is this line from?
I see dead people.
And once again.
I see dead people.
Okay, another whispered film line there. Number 7. Which film is this line from?
I feel the need for speed. Ow!
And again.
I feel the need for speed. Ow!
And question number 8. Which film is this from?
Well, a boy's best friend is his mother.
And once more.
Well, a boy's best friend is his mother.
Moving on to question number 9. What is this from?
You have no idea how bad it gets. I wish I knew how to quit you.
And again.
You have no idea how bad it gets. I wish I knew how to quit you.
All right, moving on now to question number 10. How about this one?
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
And once again.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Right. Number 11. Which film is this famous line from?
Oh, no. It wasn't the airplanes. It was beauty killed the beast.
And once again.
Oh, no. It wasn't the airplanes. It was beauty killed the beast. Question
number 12. Which film is this famous line from?
Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Not that easy to hear with the siren in the background, but let me play it again.
Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
What was that from? Number 13. Which film does this line come from?
Some people are worth melting for.
And again.
Some people are worth melting for.
Number 14. Which film is this from?
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
And second time through.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
And coming to our final film clip of tonight, question number 15. Which film is this clip from?
Did you ever think that maybe there's more to life than being really, really, really ridiculously good looking?
And the second time through.
Did you ever think that maybe there's more to life than being really, really, really ridiculously good looking?
Okay, and they are your 15 clips for tonight. As promised, I will go back to the top and play them all again for you once more through. Okay, so back to question number 1. Which film is this from? Just give me one moment. This always happens with my audio rounds for some reason. After I've played them through once, I have no idea why it does it. I think I'm going to overcome it every week, and then clearly I don't. Anyway, it gives you all a little chance to discuss your answers. Here we go. Question number 1.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
All right, number 2. Which film is this from?
Hakuna Matata. It means no worries.
Number 3.
Almost as stupid as a stupid does.
Number 4.
Play, Sam. Play as time goes by.
Number 5.
Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me.
Number 6. Number 6.
I see dead people.
Number 7.
I feel the need for speed.
Number 8.
Well, a boy's best friend is his mother.
Number 9.
You have no idea how bad it gets. I wish I knew how to quit you.
Number 10.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Number 11.
Oh, no. It wasn't the airplanes. It was beauty killed the beast.
Question number 12.
Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Number 13.
Some people are worth melting for.
Number 14.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
And finally, number 15.
Did you ever think that maybe there's more to life than being really, really, really ridiculously good looking?
Okay, and they are your 15 famous film lines for tonight. Please identify the film title. And that brings us to the end of round 3 and also to the end of the first half of the pub quizzle tonight. So as always, we will take a 15-minute break. 15? No, we will not. We will take a 5-minute break. I wouldn't want to leave you waiting that long for the answers. And then we'll come back and go through all of the answers of the first half before we go to our second half of the quiz and rounds 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so check through your answers, top up your glasses, and I will be back in 5 minutes. Hello there, welcome back to the second half. I do enjoy that music as well. I feel like, I don't know, like it should be in a Christmas film, like they're at a ball and the you know, the small town girl from the little country town is turning up and she's going to be swept off her feet by the formerly wicked big, I don't know, big wig or something. Anyway, not that we need to be whisked off our feet, but there we go. That's what it sounds like. Alrighty, so let's have a look at our answers for tonight. So if we go back to round number 1, that will be our art and literature round tonight. Okay, so question number 1 was: a bibliophile is a collector and lover of what? That is books. Question number 2. Which famous painting by Van Gogh is also a species of perennial plants that can grow up to 300 centimetres in height? Sunflowers. Sunflowers, of course. Number 3. Which Agatha Christie detective is from Belgium? That is Hercule Poirot. Number 4. How many lines usually make up a limerick? That's 5 lines. 5 lines in a limerick. Number 5, which piece of household furniture formed part of a work by Tracy Emin? Her bed, my bed as it was, but her bed. Number 6, in Roald Dahl's book, The Witches, what colour is the witch's spit? Blue spit, blue spit. Number 7, who wrote Dracula? That was Bram Stoker, Bram Stoker. Number 8, in the nursery rhyme Oranges and Lemons, the bells of which church said you owe me 5 farthings? The bells of St. Martin's. Number 9, where was Frida Kahlo born? Which country? That was Mexico, Mexico. Number 10, Napoleon and Snowball appear in which 1945 novel by George Orwell? That is Animal Farm, Animal Farm. Number 11, Rene Magritte's The Son of Man depicts a man in a suit and bowler hat. Which fruit is covering his face? That is an apple, an apple. Number 12, in the poem Monday's Child, what is Wednesday's child full of? Wednesday's child is full of woe, full of woe. Number 13, what type of earring was the girl wearing in the 17th century painting by Johannes Vermeer? Pearl, the girl with the pearl earring. Number 14, Vatsyayana completed which erotic piece of work in 400 AD? The Kama Sutra, the Kama Sutra. And question number 15, a bronze bust of a Portuguese footballer was mocked online after its reveal in 2017. It was supposed to be Cristiano Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, now moving on to question number 2, not even question number 2, round number 2, which was musical synonyms. Okay, so number 1, the ghost of the theatre is the Phantom of the Opera. Number 2, men and ladies is guys and dolls. Number 3, evil, that is wicked. Number 4, humming in the precipitation is singing in the rain. Number 5, the feline emperor is the Lion King. The Lion King. Question number 6, the gloomy ones is Les Miserables. Les Mis. Number 7, a choir cue is a chorus line. A chorus line. Number 8, Western State. Did the exclamation mark help there? Oklahoma. Number 9, payment for housing is rent. Number 10, Boulevard's 17th letter of the alphabet is Avenue Q. Avenue Q. Number 11, my mommy is Mamma Mia. Number 12, city in Illinois is Chicago. Number 13, the Australian enchanter is the Wizard of Oz. And number 14, Sadness Kinsman is Blues Brothers. And finally, number 15, Rendezvous in a Missouri city is Meet Me in St. Louis. Meet Me in St. Louis. All right, now moving on to round number 3, which was our audio round. So our film line round. Number 1 was The Wizard of Oz. I don't mind repeating an answer in a quiz. It just came up in round 2, but here it is in round 3 again. And similarly for number 2, Hakuna Matata is from The Lion King. Number 3, Stupid as a Stupid Does. That is from Forrest Gump. Number 4, Play It Sam, Play as Time Goes By. It's from Casablanca. Number 5, Mrs. Robinson, You're Trying to Seduce Me, is from The Graduate. Number 6, I See Dead People, is from The Sixth Sense. Number 7, I Feel the Need for Speed, is from Top Gun. Number 8, A Boy's Best Friend is His Mother, is from Psycho. Number 9, I Wish I Knew How to Quit You, is from Brokeback Mountain. Number 10, It's Alive, is from Frankenstein. Number 11, It Was Beauty Killed the Beast, is from King Kong. Number 12, you've got to ask yourself one question, do you feel lucky? Well, do you, punk, is from Dirty Harry. Number 13, Some People Are Worth Melting For, is from Frozen. Number 14, Fasten Your Seatbelts, It's Going to Be a Bumpy Night, is from All About Eve. And do you ever think there's something more important than being really, really ridiculously good looking? Is from Zoolander. Zoolander. Had a bit of a challenge around the first round question about sunflowers being perennial. Anyway, you knew what I meant, I'm sure. Apologies if they're not perennial plants. I looked them up and that's how they were described, but there we go. Anyway, all right, let's get back to the second round of the quiz. So just a reminder, if you haven't played your jokers yet, what have we got coming up? We have potluck in round 4. In round 5, we have TV quiz shows. And in round 6, for the picture round, we have landmarks. And you have to identify the city in which you would find those landmarks. Okay, so let's get cracking with round number 4, potluck. If you would like to play your joker here, please do declare it now. And we will get going with question number 1. Okay, so which word can be used to describe a group of both birds and sheep? Which word can be used to describe a group of both birds and sheep? Question number 2. What is the chemical symbol for hydrogen? What is the chemical symbol for hydrogen? Question number 3. How many stars are there on the US flag? How many stars are there on the US flag? Question number 4. Martel, Courvoisier and Remy Martin are all types of which alcoholic spirit? Martel, Courvoisier and Remy Martin are all types of which alcoholic spirit? Question number 5. What is the capital of the Czech Republic? What is the capital of the Czech Republic? Question number 6. What type of champagne was in a pretty cabinet in Queen's song Killer Queen? What type of champagne was in a pretty cabinet in Queen's song Killer Queen? Question number 7. Which UK city is said to have more miles of canals than Venice? Which UK city is said to have more miles of canals than Venice? I'm drinking, well, a gin and tonic. Well, it started as a gin and tonic, but I've actually topped it up with more tonic and not so much gin for the second half, just to keep me sharp, maybe. But here we go. Question number 8. Who has appeared on the cover of Playboy magazine more times than any other woman? Who has appeared on the cover of Playboy magazine more times than any other woman? Question number 9. How many legs does a bumblebee have? How many legs does a bumblebee have? Question number 10. What is the French word for bakery? What is the French word for bakery? Cast your minds back to French O-level and GCSE. Can you remember how to ask, where is the bakery? Moving on now to question number 11. Hack, jig and circular are all types of what? Hack, jig and circular are all types of what? Number 12. Which online bookstore was originally called Cadabra.com? Which online bookstore was originally called Cadabra.com? Question number 13. Followers of which religion celebrate Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur? Followers of which religion celebrate Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur? Question number 14. In Greek mythology, who opened the box which released all the ills of the world? In Greek mythology, who opened the box which released all the ills of the world? And finally, question number 15 of your potluck round tonight is, which breakfast cereal snaps, crackles and pops? Which breakfast cereal snaps, crackles and pops? Okay, and that brings us to the end of our potluck round this evening. So moving on now to round number 5, which is our TV quiz shows round. So all sorts of questions around TV quiz shows. So if you'd like to play your joker here, please declare it. Please share it with those you're playing with. Mark it down on your piece of paper. Question number 1. On which quiz show would you hear, I've started so I'll finish? On which quiz show would you hear, I've started so I'll finish? Question number 2. Carol Vorderman began her career as the mathematician co-host on which quiz show? Carol Vorderman began her career as the mathematician co-host on which quiz show? Question number 3. Who presented The Weakest Link on British television? Who presented The Weakest Link on British television? Question number 4. On which quiz show would you get a starter for 10? On which quiz show would you get a starter for 10? Question number 5. What was the name of the darts-themed quiz show presented by Jim Bowen in the 80s? What was the name of the darts-themed quiz show presented by Jim Bowen in the 80s? Question number 6. On which quiz show would you find Mark Labette, Anne Hegarty, Paul Sinner, Sean Wallace and Jenny Ryan? On which quiz show would you find Mark Labette, Anne Hegarty, Paul Sinner, Sean Wallace and Jenny Ryan? Question number 7. Which quiz show uses a coin pusher arcade style game as a key component? Which quiz show uses a coin pusher arcade style game as a key component? Question number 8. After appearing on which quiz show was Charles Ingram found guilty of cheating? After appearing on which quiz show was Charles Ingram found guilty of cheating? Question number 9. On which US quiz show were clues presented as answers and responses had to be phrased in the form of a question? On which US quiz show were clues presented as answers and responses had to be phrased in the form of a question? Question number 10. Who co-presents Pointless with Alexander Armstrong? Who co-presents Pointless with Alexander Armstrong? Okay, moving on now to question number 11. Complete the name of this TV show presented by Davina McCall. £1 Million What? Complete the name of this TV show presented by Davina McCall. £1 Million What? Question number 12. On which quiz show would you find the rounds Home or Away, Mystery Guest and the Picture Board? On which quiz show would you find the rounds Home or Away, Mystery Guest and the Picture Board? Question number 13. Which quiz show has been presented by Max Bygraves, Les Dennis and Vernon Kay? Which quiz show has been presented by Max Bygraves, Les Dennis and Vernon Kay? Question number 14. On which show would teams have to complete physical, mental, mystery and skill challenges across a series of zones before entering the dome? On which show would teams have to complete physical, mental, mystery and skill challenges across a series of zones before entering the dome? And finally, question number 15. Which quiz show encourages contestants to say what they see? Which quiz show encourages contestants to say what they see? Okay, that brings us to the end of round number 5 and our quiz show round this evening. So we're moving on now to our final round of the night, which is our picture round as always. And tonight it's famous landmarks, but please ensure that you note down as your answer the city in which you would find the landmark. So I'm not looking for the name of the landmark. I am looking for the city in which you would find the landmark. Okay, so as always, they're broken down into 3 sets of 5. I will give you 2 minutes for each set and then we won't return. So please pay attention during those 2 minutes before we move on. I'll give you a 30-second warning and then we'll move on to the next set. But as I say, city, not name of landmark. All right, so let me just get my timer ready to go for you. All right, and so your first 5 and your first 2 minutes start now. "30 seconds to go, everyone." "5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. And here's your next set. "30 seconds to go. Remember, I want the city, not the name of the landmark." "5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and here's your final set. 30 seconds to go. Oh, music's back. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And that brings us to the end of our picture round tonight, and also to the end of our pub quizzle for this evening. I hope you enjoyed listening to the music. I did. As you saw me bopping, just sitting there bopping away for 2 minutes each time before I come back and speak to you. Okie doke. So if you just finalise all of your answers there and have a look at the board, the ladder of quizzing bragging rights, where will you fall this evening? All right, so if we're ready, let's have a look at our answers for tonight. So back to round 4. This was our pub quiz. It was a pub quiz. Potluck round as always. Question number 1. What word can be used to describe a group of birds and sheep? A flock. Flock of birds. Flock of sheep. Number 2. What's the chemical symbol for hydrogen? That is H. H is the symbol for hydrogen. Number 3, how many stars are there on the US flag? 50 stars representing 50 states. Number 4, Martel, Courvoisier and Remy Martin are all types of which alcoholic spirit? They are brandy. If you have put cognac, you can have half a point because Martel is a cognac. But cognac, a little bit like champagne, can only be named cognac if it is made in that region in France. Number 5, what is the capital of the Czech Republic? That is Prague. Number 6, what type of champagne was in a pretty cabinet in the Queen's song Killer Queen? Moet et Chandon in a pretty cabinet. Number 7. Which UK city is said to have more miles of canals than Venice? Ding, ding, ding. That is your Birmingham answer tonight. More Birmingham trivia for you. I'm sure you knew that one anyway. Number 8. Who has appeared on the cover of Playboy magazine more times than any other woman? That is Pamela Anderson. Pamela Anderson. Number 9. How many legs does a bumblebee have? 6 legs. It is an insect, of course. Number 10, what is the French word for bakery? That is a boulangerie. Où est la boulangerie? Number 11, hack, jig and circular are all types of what? They are saws. Number 12, which online bookstore was originally called cadabra.com? That was Amazon. That was the original name for the Amazon bookstore. Number 13, followers of which religion celebrate Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur? That is Judaism. Judaism. Number 14, in Greek mythology, who opened the box which released all the ills of the world? Pandora, Pandora's box. And finally, number 15, which breakfast cereal snaps, crackles and pops? It's not Narcissus. I have no idea what happened there. I haven't updated from last week, clearly. That should have been Rice Krispies, of course. Just to keep you on your toes there, Rice Krispies is the correct answer for question number 15. Okay, so moving on now to round number 5, TV quiz shows. Number 1, on which quiz show would you hear I've started so I'll finish? That is on Mastermind. Mastermind. Number 2, Carol Vorderman began her career as the mathematician on Countdown. Countdown. Number 3, who presented The Weakest Link on British TV was for 10 years. Anne Robinson did. Number 4, on which quiz show would you get a starter for 10? University Challenge. University Challenge. Number 5, what was the name of the darts themed quiz show presented by Jim Bowen in the 80s? Bullseye. Bullseye. Number 6, on which quiz show would you find Mark Lebet, Anne Hegarty, Paul Sinner, Sean Wallace and Jenny Ryan? They are the Chasers on The Chase. So The Chase is your answer there for number 6. Number 7, which quiz show uses a coin pusher arcade style game as a key component? Tipping Point. Tipping Point. Number 8, on which quiz show was Charles Ingram found guilty of cheating? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, of course. Number 9, on which US quiz show were clues presented as answers and responses had to be phrased in the form of a question? What is Jeopardy? Jeopardy is your answer there for number 9. Number 10, who co-presents Pointless with Alexander Armstrong? That is Richard Osman. Richard Osman, very nice guy he is too. Number 11, complete the name of the TV show presented by Davina McCall. £1 Million Drop. £1 Million Drop. Number 12, on which quiz show would you find rounds Home or Away, Mystery Guest and the Picture Board? That is A Question of Sport. A Question of Sport. Number 13, which quiz show has been presented by Max Bygraves, Les Dennis and Vernon Kay? That is Family Fortunes. Number 14, on which show would you have teams complete physical, mental, mystery and skill challenges across a set of zones before entering the dome? That is The Crystal Maze. And finally, question number 15, which quiz show encourages contestants to say what they see? That is Catchphrase, of course. Okay, now to these landmarks. As I say, the answer I want is the city in which you find these landmarks. So number 1 was Tower Bridge, so the answer is London. Number 2 was sections of the Berlin Wall that are still standing, so Berlin. Number 3 was the Empire State Building, so your answer is New York. Number 4 was the Acropolis, so that is in Athens. Number 5 was Bondi Beach in Sydney. Number 6 was the Arc de Triomphe in Paris. Number 7 were the Petronas Twin Towers in Kuala Lumpur. Number 8, the Sagrada Familia, which is in Barcelona. Number 9 was the Burj Al Arab, which is in Dubai. Number 10 was the Hollywood Walk of Fame, so that's in Los Angeles. Number 11 was Alcatraz, which is in the Bay of San Francisco. Number 12 was the Taj Mahal, which is in Agra. Number 13 was the Trevi Fountain, which is in Rome. Number 14 was the Sphinx, which is in Giza. And finally, number 15 was the Lincoln Memorial, and you would find that in Washington, D.C. Okay, so they are all of your answers for the second half of the quiz tonight. How did you do? Are you still a quizzing titan? Have you dropped back? Are you still maintaining your quizzing buff status, maybe? Anyway, however you have done tonight, thank you very much for coming to the quiz. I've enjoyed having you. Thanks for coming to my 21st birthday. It's been great. I hope you continue to enjoy the lovely sunny weather. I'll still be here next week if you wish to pop into the pub Quizzle, however. So see you then, and have a great week. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.